she said. "You'd best set him down now. If he starts to get antsy, which he will, you'll get a sample of his razor-sharp claws." Very gently, Lara set Cheetah on the floor. The kitten scooted away toward the jumble of food bowls lined up near the sink. "I wasn't expecting you," her aunt said, her tone slightly accusatory. "I suppose I could make some tea." Lara held up a hand. "Why don't I take care of it, Aunt Fran? You sit for a while, okay?" Aunt Fran nodded her assent. Lara stripped off her faux suede jacket and draped it over the back of a chair. It felt strange, rummaging through her aunt's glass-front cabinets the way she had as a child. She found the tea bags exactly where they'd always been, in a battered tin container advertising Hershey's cocoa. Within minutes, 2 cups of steaming tea sat on the table in front of them. To Lara's delight, a thin gray cat leapt from under the table and onto her lap. "Oh, my! And who are you?" Grinning, she stroked the cat's head and was rewarded with the revving of a purr engine. "That's Bootsy," Aunt Fran smiled wanly. "She's Cheetah's mom. Bootsy and her 3-week-old babies were found by a state PDW worker on the side of Route 16, tied inside a trash bag." Her face darkened at the memory. "That's terrible," Lara said. "How did you manage to rescue them?" "The worker was one of my students back in the day. He knew exactly where to bring those poor abandoned cats." "Oh, he sure did," Lara thought. One of the kittens didn't survive, but Cheetah and Lily Bee were tough little darlings. Another cat strolled in to check out the commotion, a long-haired black kitty who made a beeline for her aunt's lap. "And this is Dolce," Aunt Fran said, stroking the cat. "Which is the Italian word for sweet," Lara piped in. "I live in the North End, above an Italian bakery. In fact, I work at the bakery part-time. In exchange for rent I can actually afford," she said dryly. "My landlady owns the studio apartment upstairs." Lara knew she was babbling, but she wasn't even close to achieving a comfort level with her aunt. There was a time when they'd been as close as mother and daughter. "I see." Aunt Fran stirred her tea thoughtfully. "I assume you're still painting?" "I am," Lara confirmed. "Mostly watercolors." She took a sip from her teacup. For a long moment Aunt Fran was silent. Then, "So, what are your plans? Are you here for any particular reason, or is this just a casual visit?" Her aunt's tone stung. Lara swallowed back a lump. "I don't have any plans, per se, Aunt Fran. I mean, Sherry did call me. She and her mom are worried about you. Extremely worried." Sherry Boker and Lara had known each other since childhood, from the day they entered first grade together at Whisker Jog Elementary. But the summer after Lara had completed 6th grade, her family moved away. She and Sherry were devastated. They missed each other horribly. Lara had been especially lonely, moving to an unfamiliar school in another state. The girls kept in touch by letter, and later by email until they both graduated from high school. It was during Lara's hectic art school years that they lost the thread of communication. Then one day, about 5 years ago, Lara plunked her old friend's name into a search engine and discovered that Sherry and her mom had opened a coffee shop in downtown Whisker Jog. She contacted her and was thrilled to get an instant response. Every summer now, Sherry and her mom took a day off to drive to Boston for a lunch shopping expedition with Lara. Lara realized her mind was wandering. Her aunt obviously knew that she and Sherry had been in touch. Aunt Fran's gaze skimmed Laura's face. Her eyes brimmed with tears. "It's been so long since I've seen you. I don't know what to think." Lara sucked in a hard breath. She didn't want to cry. "I know, but I'm here now, and I want to help with the cats. How many do you have?" 11. 2 of the kittens, Callie and Luna, are afraid of